Hey everyone, it's Tyler Stroik at Universal Rackets, and today we're going to be going over how you can hit more offensive pickleballs. If you can lower your center of gravity while you're at the kitchen, you're going to be able to take way more balls out of the air. And when you're dinking, when you're hitting balls on the bounce, what do you have to do? You have to hit the ball up. If you can take the balls out of the air, you can either hit the ball at the net or above the net so you can come down. So I want you to notice something. When I'm standing straight up like a tin soldier, knees are locked, look how far I can go out, okay? Here we are. You guys see it? Now watch. If I widen my stance, if I get more into my legs, I drop my center of gravity, I sit back in my butt, now look how far I can get out. I can get much more further out in front if I drop my center of gravity. If I'm standing straight up, I cannot make contact as much out in front as if I get into a wide stance in my legs and I sit back. Because what can you do? You can't hit a ball in the air stepping in the kitchen, right? You lose the point, but you can hit the ball out of the air by reaching over the kitchen. Notice I am not in the kitchen, but I'm reaching over the kitchen to take that ball out of the air. And remember, I can't reach over the kitchen and then fall in. So a lot of players, even if they're leaning over the kitchen, which you should be, their weight's in their toes. When I'm reaching over the kitchen, I try to make contact, my weight's in my toes, I'm going to fall in every single time. So keep your weight in your heels, sit back, have a wider stance. So not only you'll be able to take more offensive balls out in front, but you won't fall into the kitchen after the point and lose it, right? So get that center of gravity down and extend. The next thing, once you're in that low stance, once you have that wide stance, once you're extending out as much as you can, now what I want you to think is you want to keep your paddle out in front. Not only do you want to keep your paddle out in front, but you want to try to make contact out in front as much as possible. I'm trying to make contact out in front as much as possible. Instead, think if someone dinks to me out wide, they dink to me out wide, I let the ball bounce here, okay? They dink to me out wide, I let the ball bounce here. What do I have to do? I have to move over, I'm going back now, right? I'm going to hit a really difficult shot to at least neutralize. Instead of letting the ball bounce and then probably popping the ball up in the air, what am I going to do? I'm going to lean over, take it out of the air, and now it's a neutral or it's an offensive shot. Before, if I let the ball bounce over there at the kitchen, I have to let it bounce, I pop it up, that's defensive. Now it's either neutral or offensive. I'm leaning, taking the ball out of the air and prolonging the point. So do not let the ball bounce unless you have to. A great thing that we do at Universal Rackets is we don't train with the kitchen line all the time. We sometimes put another line right here. What we do is we'll put a cone or object right here. And what you have to do is you have to hit over that object every single time. If it bounces at or behind the object, pretend the object's right here. If it bounces in this vicinity, you lose. You have to take the ball out of the air. So that's a great game to do. Pretend the kitchen line's not here, pretend the kitchen line's here, or another line's here, and you can't let the ball bounce around here. You have to, again, hit it out of the air at all times. By taking it out of the air again, it'll help you not hit as many defensive shots. Now, the next thing that you can do is not only make contact out in front, but make sure your ready position is out in front. You always want to make sure that your hands are here, not here, because if I have my hands close to my body, I'm going to be making contact close to my body. But if I have those hands away from my body every single time, now I'm going to be able to make contact away from your body. So again, if you guys can make contact more out in front and away from your body, lean over the kitchen. Don't just hit the balls in the air while you're at the kitchen, hit them over the kitchen, more shallow in the court, you will be able to hit less defensive balls, more neutral and offensive shots. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure to check the link to my Selkirk paddles, get a gift card with your purchase. Make sure to check our meetup for free daily Zoom trainings, weekly Zoom trainings, and make sure to follow me on Instagram, Pickleball with Tyler. Have a good one, guys. Happy hitting, and I'll see you next time on court.